Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube page. Continuing our Thanksgiving Day football analysis here with the early game. The Houston Texans traveling to Detroit to take on the 4-6 Lions. Both teams coming off emotional games last week, both from different perspectives, however. The Texans narrowly escaped beating the far inferior Jacksonville Jaguars 43-37 in overtime in what was a thrilling game. The Lions, they had a home game last weekend versus the Packers, and let's face it, they let it slip away in the fourth quarter. And both teams come into this game with definitely something to play for. For the Texans, you might think 9-1 at a conference game. What do they have to play for? Well, the last time they were on national TV against a good team from the NFC, they were embarrassed by the Packers. So maybe that's at play here as they head into Detroit. For Detroit, they're 4-6. They're playing for their season. Another win puts a nail in their coffin. They played a lot of close games this year, and in virtually all of them, they've come up short. So they'll be looking to rebound from that perspective. As far as the Texans go, is there a hangover from Sunday? They played an emotional overtime game. Is there going to be some kind of hangover from that game? We'll see early on. A good indication with the Texans is that they're an excellent running team. And usually running the ball on any level, high school, college, pros, is about attitude. If they come out and they're pushing off the ball early in the first half, we think that'll be a good sign for the Texans. What's also good for the Texans is the fact that the Lions' defense isn't very good, but we'll get to that in a second. As far as the Texans go, Matt Schaub is coming off of a great game. Can he continue it? Andre Johnson, obviously by proxy, is coming off a great game. Can he continue it? I think all Texans fans are happy with the defense. They're happy with Arian Foster, obviously, who may be one of the top 2 or 3 running backs in the entire NFL. Can the passing game now combine with the good defense and combine with the good ground game to formulate just what many think may be the best team in the AFC? We think what happened last week to the Texans defense, allowing 37 points to the lowly Jaguars, we think it was a bit of an aberration. Think they spend all week preparing for Blaine Gabbert, the starting quarterback. He gets hurt. Chad Henne comes in the game. And let's face it, Henne had an excellent game. We think it was, like we said, it was an aberration. And we look for the Texans defense to come out and play more of a solid game on Thanksgiving Day here on a national stage. As far as the Lions go, look, what can you say? With the amount of close games they've lost this year, we don't think it has to do with their immaturity. We were on the Lions a lot last year for how immature they were. We just think they've caught some bad breaks. Matthew Stafford threw 2 interceptions and fumbled one time Sunday in their loss. And, in a close game in the fourth quarter, those plays kill you. Stafford completed 17 of 39 in the game for 266 yards. The defense for the Lions actually played well. If you watch the Lions games, they're not really good. Besides for their front 4 rushing the passer, none of their other defensive parts of their game are really good at all, to be honest. Their secondary is abysmal, as it seems like it is every year. And they have a lot of trouble stopping the run as well. So we think this game is more about how motivated does Houston come into this game. Do they come in a little less motivated than we may think? We don't think so. We think Houston's going to come to play. And we think you're getting a pretty good line here because of the fact that most people lean towards the Lions on Thanksgiving Day because they tend to play better on Thanksgiving. Some trends to keep in mind. Houston is 8-0 in games where the line is from +3 to -3 over the last 2 seasons. So that tells you when the odds makers think they are close to or even to another team, they usually come out on top, or they always come out on top according to that stat. on the road this season. Houston is a very good 3-1 against the spread, and Detroit 1-3 against the spread in home games this season. Do we look into trends too much? Hey, maybe if we did, we'd have a little bit better luck from a betting perspective. But again, we're just here to kind of present the case to you. We like Houston. We like their running game to come out early and get established. We actually think this game will be a little bit higher scoring than people think. We think both teams will be highly motivated. But we like the Texans to cover -3 in the early game on Thanksgiving. And look, check out our other previews for the Pats-Jets game and the Cowboys-Redskins. And we'll be back. I'll probably start posting tomorrow night some previews for the weekend as well. Hit us up in the comments. Again, look, hey, we're not trying to sell you anything. We just want to talk sports. So hit us up. Let us know how we did. You won't hurt our feelings. Thank you, and enjoy the games and enjoy Thanksgiving.